This is the Barbados Today morning news for Tuesday, April 4th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary Claire Williams. The legal fraternity is rejecting a recommendation by the Director of Public Prosecutions, Charles Leacock, to introduce judge-only trials to reduce the backlog of cases in the law courts. Leacock told participants at a regional security system course on prosecuting drug offences last Friday that there are over 10,000 cases awaiting trial in the magistrates' courts and a further 800 in the High Court. But President of the Bar Association of Barbados, Liesl Weeks, told Barbados Today that scrapping jury trials would not necessarily cut down the mountain of cases clogging the judicial system. She says the delays occur in the pre-trial stages, and according to her, there was no difficulty completing criminal cases when trial begins. The war of words between the NUPW President Akanni McDowall and his challenger for the top post in the lead-up to the vote for the union's next president continues. At a news conference yesterday, Roy Greenidge contended that under McDowall's leadership, the NUPW had moved away from union protocol by hiring an attorney to represent McDowall in his ongoing dispute with the Personnel Administration Division.
From time to time, assisted members with legal fees, but on those occasions, there have come true requests from members. The union retains an attorney, and the practice is you pass that matter to that attorney. Recently, I've seen a departure. I don't know about any payment arrangement with respect to recent court cases.
But McDowall accused Greenidge of being disingenuous, saying Greenidge was on the NUPW Council, which unanimously approved the choice of attorney.
National Council can choose whoever they want to represent members. You know, if it is not the first time we have, as a matter of fact, we have about 2 or 3 attorneys in addition to the who we call the union's attorney, which is Pat Shelby-Ham. Yeah, that we use. I think we have a lady from his back doing the environmental health case. We have attorneys that we use outside of Pat all the time. But the thing is that council has to approve it. Council has to be aware of it. Let me put it that way. And we would have discussed this matter at council, and as far as I remember, there were no dissenting voices coming from any of the members of council, including my guilty brother.
Social activist David Commission is accusing the government and private sector of engaging in an open conspiracy against the trade union movement. And he says the plot also involved other collaborators who used coded language in their attacks on the labor movement and workers. Commission charged in a statement that the social and economic elite of Barbados, along with their collaborators in government, are gearing for what he called a fearsome assault on the public sector workers and the jobs they depend on. It was not immediately clear what prompted the attorney-at-law to issue the statement, but the island's largest public sector union, the National Union of Public Workers, has recently come in for criticism by senior government operatives for what they called the militancy of the union's leaders. Sports now. West Indies head coach Stuart Law says the dropping of Carlos Brathwaite from the one-day side to face Pakistan will allow him a chance to improve on his weaknesses. Brathwaite shot to stardom last year after hitting 4 consecutive sixes in the final over of the T20 World Cup to win the title for the Windies. But recently, he's been struggling in the one-day format. Brathwaite was left out of the 13-man squad to face Pakistan in a 3-match series starting on Friday, and he's now headed to the Indian Premier League to play for the Delhi Daredevils.
The opportunity was there for Carlos to go away and to work on a few aspects of his game, namely his fitness and bowling, getting back bowling how he wants to bowl. So he has been left out for those reasons, and it's just coincided that the IPL is there and we have no cricket after this ODI series, and he hasn't been part of the last Test series. So the selectors gave him the option of going to the IPL as well, which I think is a good thing. Get to talk to guys like Raul Dravid to learn how to play spin, and he'll get plenty of practice over there with all the net bowlers that are available. He should be able to get some very decent work on his fitness, work on his bowling.
Craig Brathwaite was also left out of the ODI squad after also failing to impress in his 10 games to date.
We spoke to Craig after the last series, and I've spoken to him since, that we're just looking for a little bit more impetus at the top of the order in the first 10 over power play. Probably got to make more use of those overs when we bat. And Craig's aware. It's not like he'll never play for the West Indies and ODI cricket again. He's got an opportunity once again to get back into first-class cricket and score runs, which he has done since he's been back. Plus, it's also a great opportunity for him to get into some good nick, feeling really comfortable with his game before the Test series starts.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Who calling? Get your yams and potatoes. Wait, my girl, how you want to see you for long?
I can't how you keeping, but you don't sell the nation paper no more.
But that paper ain't selling. There's much now I stop selling that. Look, one time I would have make a little dollar on the Sun. But when Sunday night, I still trying to get the weather there.
Well, you know you can't call that the Sun no more. You're going to call that Sunset News. Because at no time that news stale.
People complain that them ain't got nothing in it to read, and the price keep going up all the time. A woman abused me so sick the other day, telling me that she does read Barbados Today online for free. I can't take that abusing soul, so I switched to my potatoes and yams.
Well, let me tell you, if pork selling, you got to raise pigs. How much for the yams?
Oh, 75 cents a pound.
But that's cheaper than that stale news. Give me
How much you want?
a pound.
Only a pound? Anyhow, these eating real good. Let me wrap them up for you. Come.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back now with news from the region, and the Bahamas is moving to modernize the system under which accused are granted bail. The new system is aimed at plugging the loopholes. We get more in this report from ZNS News.
The new bail management system is expected to close the revolving door on bail while modernizing the process by moving away from the manual monitoring and consolidation of information. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Alison Maynard Gibson, says it will also allow accused persons on bail to sign in by using their fingerprint.
This Bahamian company actually will be able to track everything in relation to a bail, from the actual application for bail all the way through to regular sign-in, regular reports, monitoring whether or not a shore tour actually has stood bail previously for someone, which of course is not allowed by the law, but we're not effectively tracking at the moment. This will actually support the enforcement of the existing laws.
The Attorney General noted that the new system will initially be introduced at Central Police Station here in Nassau and on Grand Bahama before being expanded throughout the country.
And finally, further afield, Russian media reports that the man suspected of killing 11 people in a St. Petersburg train is in his early 20s and is from Central Asia. At least 45 people were injured in the explosion on Monday. Authorities have declared 3 days of mourning for the victims. World leaders have also condemned the attack. U.S. President Donald Trump described it as a terrible thing, while German Chancellor Angela Merkel said it was a barbaric act. The EU's foreign policy chief, Federica Mogherini, said Europe's thoughts were with the people of Russia. And that's the news this morning. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune into Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news and sports. I am Marie-Claire Williams. Have a good morning.